can't believe people play with people's intelligence the way they.
There are rumors going around that J. Prince is trying to put pressure on 50 Cent after 50 made fun of Big Meech and suggested that he might do something if 50 keeps calling Meech a snitch. But let us be real, when has 50 Cent ever backed down when someone comes at him? The answer is never. Every time someone takes a shot at him, he fires back without hesitation. This time, it seems like J. Prince may have picked a fight with the wrong person. 50 Cent has built his entire career on never staying silent when someone disrespects him. He has always been the type to respond, whether it is through social media, interviews, or even in his music. If someone crosses him, he makes sure they regret it. That is why people are watching closely to see how he will handle this situation with J. Prince. J. Prince is known for his influence in the streets and the music industry. He has a reputation for being powerful and connected, and people generally do not want problems with him. Over the years, many have spoken about the respect he commands and the way he handles business. But 50 Cent is not like most people. He is not afraid of power, and he does not care about reputations. If anything, he enjoys challenging people who think they are untouchable. The issue started when 50 Cent made comments about Big Meech, the co-founder of the Black Mafia family, BMF. 50 has been involved in the BMF story through his TV series, and he has not been shy about sharing his opinions. Lately, he has been throwing around the word snitch in connection with Meech, and that is something that does not sit well with a lot of people, especially those close to Meech. J. Prince, being someone who has ties to the streets and the industry, apparently took issue with what 50 was saying and decided to step in. If the rumors are true, J. Prince has allegedly sent warnings to 50 Cent, trying to get him to stop speaking on Meech in that way. But knowing 50, that is probably only going to make him go even harder. He does not take well to threats, and if someone tries to silence him, he usually does the exact opposite. Over the years, we have seen him go back and forth with some of the biggest names in the industry, and he has never been one to hold back. This situation could go in many different directions. If J. Prince is really serious about pressing 50, then things could get heated. On the other hand, 50 Cent might just continue to do what he does best: troll, make jokes, and keep pushing buttons. He loves to stir things up, and he knows how to keep the public entertained while doing it. At the end of the day, both J. Prince and 50 Cent are powerful figures in their own right. J. Prince has his connections and influence, while 50 has his sharp tongue, fearless attitude, and a massive platform to speak on. The big question now is whether this will just be a war of words, or if it will turn into something more serious. Either way, one thing is certain: 50 Cent is not the type to back down, no matter who is coming at him. Layers to this mess, and J. Prince's name, it's already been floating in all kinds of shady talk. People been whispering about extortion, wild dice games, and even accusing him and his son of being linked to Takeoff's death. That's a lot of dirt, and if 50 wants to dig, oh, he's got a whole scandal-filed toolbox ready to go. I'm going to answer a few of y'all questions, then I'm going to have to go about my business. You can see I'm just relaxing, letting God's air blow on my face in a sucker-free environment. Now 50 already clapped back indirectly on Instagram, throwing up those classic "don't mess with me" vibes. He's reminding folks who he really is when someone tries to come for him. But wait, why is J. Prince jumping into this like he's defending Big Meech? Did he really threaten 50? And if so, is he seriously ready to beef with the most savage troll in hip-hop? Let's get into it. Yes, 50 Cent is still going hard at Big Meech over those snitching claims. He's not letting it go, and it ain't just him stirring the pot anymore either. Just recently, rapper Top 5 jumped on social media exposing Meech for sliding in his DMs in a video. Top 5 called him out, saying, "50 Cent, come get this fake 60-year-old kingpin out my DMs before I crash out." He even tagged it with number Big Screech Wild, and of course 50 loved it. He reposted the video, instantly taking another golden shot at Meech without missing a beat. In the caption, 50 straight up joked he probably wanted to borrow some money from Uganga, lol. Savage. And while most of the industry is ducking and dodging this whole mess, trying not to get caught in 50's war with Big Meech, J. Prince just couldn't help himself. Nobody called his name, but he still dove headfirst into the drama. According to gossip blogs, J. Prince been tossing shade on his Instagram stories, accusing 50 of using Big Meech for clout, like 50's writing Meech's name just to boost his own. The man wasn't even involved at the start, but still found a way to slide in. Allegedly, J Prince posted, and then quickly deleted a message claiming Big Meech was worth over 100 million before. Prison. 50 used Meech's life to make money, gave him 5 million, and now he think he created the BMF brand. Sounds like someone's in their feelings. Maybe we need to change the word for the youngsters. The checking in part, is they seem to get hung up on that word checking in. Yes, so if we could diversify that word and bring it up to a 2021 thing, right? What's the word? OG, what's the word? Maybe we may want to tell them they need to get connected. Yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah, maybe that's the proper word. Connected, properly connected, whatnot. Yeah, they getting tripped up on the semantics. Yeah, they get stuck. Right there, you stuck. So then you use stuck on stupid, right? Stuck on stupid, and you're not using your powers or access to powers that you have. You're looking at it as a negative versus a positive. We all know if you can tap in the good people wherever you go, wherever. Yeah, it's a blessing. Real talk. Real talk, who want to have access to power and not use it, but that ain't the end of it. Word is behind closed doors. J Prince might be making some sneaky power moves, even threatening to send folks after 50 to try and shut him up, but let's be real, 50 doesn't flinch. He made it crystal clear, try all you want, but he ain't going down easy. To prove it, 50 posted a scene from Day, like a warning shot with a caption that said, "Get the message." Yeah, that was aimed directly at J Prince. Now fans are clowning Jay heavy, saying he better chill out and stop poking 50, or else he might just blow the lid off Jay's own shady past. Now, if you don't know who J Prince is, he's the CEO and co-founder of Rap 80 Records, an OG label out of Houston. He calls himself the King of Houston and moves like he owns the whole city. There's this quiet rule in the rap game that when big artists land in H-Town, Jay steps in like some unofficial bodyguard, making sure everything runs smooth on his turf, but not everybody's buying that whole protection act on the streets. Folks are whispering that J Prince and his son Jazz might really be running a full-blown extortion setup, and if that wasn't already shady, there's been a lot of noise about these dice games they throw down in Houston, where artists supposedly get lined up and finessed for a fast come up. Those rumors hit a boiling point after Takeoff's heartbreaking death, but here's the thing, Take wasn't even the first to lose his life after one of Jazz Prince's infamous dice nights. Just a couple months before that, Chicago jeweler Duke hit big, reportedly leaving the game with $100,000 in cash, but he never made it home. He got robbed, ambushed, and shot down before he could even reach his car. Straight tragedy. So when Takeoff passed, fans didn't just grieve, they pointed fingers. A lot of them blamed Quo, saying he should have stayed far away from the mob tie circle, especially after what happened to Duke. With all the shap talk surrounding the Prince family, folks feel like Quo should have seen the signs and kept his distance. I had a dude called me right, and that Junior been having some going on down there in Houston, bro. We got the media team in here, so it's an inside mother now. This he's the one that's tied to the dude that makes the loaded dice, right? Check the play out. All entertainers, when you go to Houston, stay away from J Prince Jr. Then a whole play going on here. Go the play right here. The play is a loaded dice. Now I'ma talk about something. Let me see if y'all catch up with y'all catch up what up to what I'm saying. That the entertainer invites him and act like he's covering for him, hanging out. Everything is cool. Let's go here, let's go there, let's go here, let's go there. He introduces the dice game. He got 3 mother, right, who rotate the dice. Now these dice is loaded. The tell me it's a wolf, Big Caprice, and Watch This, and Little Cam are the loaded dice rotators, right? He said, there was a situation that occurred that a certain jeweler around and got past the dice or accident and was hitting all them for a couple hundred. They got irritated about that. I ain't going to go too far into that story because right, boom, the only way they could get their money back was money back, he said. But Lil Kim, Wolf, and Big Capri are the 3 designated to say I'm up, I got the next, and they pass the dice to each other. But they loaded, but they shooting against the mothers in town, the entertainers, right? They say J Prince Jr. he get 30% of whatever the take is now about the man accused of firing the fatal shot, Patrick Xavier Clark. He's been officially indicted by a grand jury for Takeoff's murder, but here's the sketchy part. It's been almost 3 years, and they still haven't locked in a trial date, and it gets crazier. Literally one day after Clark got arrested, somehow he came up with a $1 million bond and walked out on house arrest. Then fast forward to November 2023, and out of nowhere the rules got super loose. No more ankle monitor, no more house arrest. All he had to do was stick to a 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. Curfew like it's just a little slap on the wrist, but entertainers beware of when Jay Pre Jr. when he talked about let's go shoot some dice, cause the loaded dice crew of 3 Cam Wolf and Big Capri, we know little Cam in there, because I believe somehow someway was caught up in the D situation. Rest in peace, Takeoff. I don't know what's going on, but what I do know, this Jay Prince Jr. got a whole thing that when y'all coming to town, hold on bro, didn't they say 5th W earlier that day shooting dice? Yep. That's a fact. That word been out, W, that word been out, we been that memo, and then, so have been getting hit all day, and got to the point at the thing with quo like that a dice if you're a mother artist entertainer, and you've been down there to Houston with the hosting of Jay Prince Jr., and that led you to a dice game, and you was getting hit all year, and you remember 3 by the name of Big Capri Wolf, a little Cam, y'all need to get on Jay Pre Jr. bumper, cause it was the lineup, y'all need to haul at that. Cause this people didn't told me. Inside he said whack we didn't want to give him the mother-loaded D who got him quo while arguing with before he walked off. I think the argument was about to die, but the wildest part, court documents show Clark isn't allowed to contact any witnesses, victims, or Takeoff's family, and that includes Jay Prince Jr. too. Now that's got people raising eyebrows all over again, and get this, the court didn't just block Clark from contacting witnesses, they straight up banned him from reaching out to Jay Prince. Senor in any way whack, that's the jeweler that got doing the Bowie dice game. Oh, so he was against Bowie and he got past the loaded dice, so OSH his name was Duke the jeweler. They said Bowie set him up. Now your story makes more sense. He died with all his jewelry on. Lil Cam was shooting at night when Takeoff died too. They saying DJ Pat bullet was a bullet that they call. Also Cam was the one dice, so he had to loaded dice. Now for Bowie, they must have gave switched the dice up, either they was going to have a no Bowie was supposed to have the loaded dice, and they must have switched it gore to the wrong. Now fans are giving this whole case the major side. I like, how does a guy go from house arrest to walking around with just a curfew? It's got people wondering what's really going on behind the scenes. The twists just keep coming, and the craziest part, they still haven't locked down a trial date. It's like the case is being dragged out on purpose. And here's the latest jaw-dropper. Patrick Xavier Clark is standing firm on his innocence. His lawyer, Letitia Quinones Hollins, recently told Rolling Stone that her client did not fire the shot that killed Takeoff, but she didn't just stop there. She went all the way in on the investigators too. She called out the so-called evidence being used against Clark, saying the video and ballistics don't even match up, and when that courtroom lights up, she's ready to shred the whole case. There was someone else who started the shooting. It was not Patrick Clark Kennis, she told Rolling Stone. He was in the same position that Takeoff was in. He was just trying to make it out alive. He had nothing to do with the argument. He was in the wrong place at the wrong time when bullets started flying. Now back to those whispers about Jay Prince allegedly lining up rappers through those dice games. This ain't new talk. Industry heads have been warning about it, including Whack 100, who straight up accused Jay Prince's son of running a loaded dice hustle on visiting artists. Whack didn't sugarcoat a thing. He told rappers to stay far away from Jazz Prince's dice nights, calling the whole setup a full-blown scam. He even hinted that Quo and Takeoff might have gotten roped into something shady that night, and that it could have sparked the chain of events that ended in Takeoff's tragic death. And it didn't stop there. Whack 100 wasn't just coming for the Prince family. He pulled Lil Boozy into the mess too, accusing him of being part of dice game setup that ended in Duke the jeweler's death. Now, when Jazz Prince got hit with all these accusations, he shut it down fast. He denied even knowing Duke the jeweler and claimed his dice games had zero to do with what happened to Duke or Takeoff. He brushed it all off like it was just gossip flying around the internet. Elaborate? Can y'all elaborate on dice game when it's tied to y'all? I know people were associating me with the Jay the situation because I went to Lossie P. Porter and he happened to be there, and he happened to be standing on me, I mean right next to me. The truth is I never met him before. I had no idea who he is. I ain't even know he was a jeweler until after his passing. And then the night of that game isn't the night that he got leaving Bowie concert the next night cause somebody tried to rob him. So you know the internet play internet games, but this is situation with a dude that I didn't even know. I ain't know his name. I had no knowledge of him. I ain't know he was from Chicago. I ain't know he was a jeweler until social media start trying to point a finger because he was standing next to me, and it's just Unfortunate that something transpired after another Dice game, but neither incidents had anything to do with a DI game, but the story surrounding J. Prince and his behind-the-scenes plays go way deeper. His name been tied to extortion talk for years, but lately it's been hitting the spotlight in a whole different way, like what happened back in July 2020 when NBA YoungBoy got robbed in Houston. Things got real sketchy. Allegedly, some of J. Prince's people hit YoungBoy Airbnb and didn't just take random stuff, they went for the gold. They reportedly grabbed his icy chains and the keys to his $350,000 Bentley, and instead of laying low, these dudes actually went online flexing in a video where they showed off stolen goods, including a white Bentley, a white Rolls-Royce, and a white 2020 McLaren GT. Straight up bold. While we was gone, I got a call, you know what I mean, because the little homie YoungBoy place got broke into. People went in his place disrespecting different things, and I got a call about it, and the little homies that went into this place want to make that right, because they understand that the me, a YoungBoy family is okay with me, and as you can see, home. To make a long story short, I got your keys to your Rolls Royce, I got your keys to your McLaren, all that they took. And the homie Shakur, what you got? Homie, you got your Rolls Royce umbrellas, you got your keys, got a bunch of other __. So get in contact with us, bro, get your __. Back, bro, all good waiting on you. But it gets even wilder. They weren't just robbing for kicks. Word is they demanded a $30,000 ransom to return the stuff. That's when people started connecting the dots, thinking this was just another extortion move, and J. Prince's name was all over it. Why? Because Jay himself jumped on Instagram saying he had YoungBoy's chains and keys and even told him to come pick them up like it was some kind of favor. But YoungBoy wasn't falling for it. He saw straight through the act and fired back, saying J. Prince was out here pretending to help while really trying to finesse money. He called him out as someone who hides behind the check-in culture just to shake rappers down when they pull up in Houston. Hey, I don't want no friends, I don't want no new relationships, I that __. Hey, I don't respect none of this __. Man, if you got something for me, man, they got plenty niggas around me you could call, man __. It's plenty ways you can get in touch with me, man. Don't get on no internet and do nothing publicly, don't do nothing dealing with no publicity, none of that pussy __. And I'm good on. No, I'm good on keys, gang. You buy __. Cash 22 keys come with the car anyway, mind your business. And YoungBoy ain't the only one who's had enough. Cameron and Ma even took shots at J. Prince too, accusing him of lining up YoungBoy and letting his protege Drake get clowned by Kendrick Lamar without stepping in. You said it exactly, you 60. What is you talking about? What are you, bro? RL is mad respect for you, cause I used to have mad respect for you when you hash a call with you when you lying. YoungBoy NBA, yeah, why the you got Shakur with you, and this why he acting like that. This is exactly why he acting like that. A talking about CH got YoungBoy NBA umbrellas and his keys, this car. YoungBoy NBA told why this what he said. This is what YoungBoy NBA say. Whack 100 was the most disrespectful, wild disrespect. I ain't even going to repeat this __. 100 said mad disrespect. Drake is beefing with Kendrick Lamar as we speak. I have not heard this the first time Drake got into some SH, and I hear you say SH to Kendrick Lamar. Why do you think that you could tell us what we can and cannot say? Control your O. And let's not forget Cameron and Mate's beef with J. Prince didn't come out of nowhere. It popped off when Jay allegedly tried to pressure them into backing down from their criticism of New Jersey boxer Shakur Stevenson, who just happens to be managed by him. Cam and MTY weren't feeling Stevenson's latest world title defense, and they said it loud and clear on their platform, but Jay wasn't about to let that slide. He hit Instagram with a slick little warning telling them to fade all Stevenson's shots and take all bets. Jay wrote, numbers don't lie, haters do. Let the haters say he's boring and nobody wants to watch him. Sorry to tell you, it's just a select few of you haters. As you can see, there's proof he has the #1 ratings in any fight on ESPN this year and the top 3 ratings since 2022. And to all you haters who want to ES at that hate outside the ring, I'm Shakur's manager and I handle all his business outside the ring.